All right, everyone. Welcome back to this year's Crosslines Hope for the Future event. I'm Eric Danielson. I'm your MC tonight. It's a pleasure to continue to serve this organization that does so much for our community, whether it's serving meals in the community kitchen each weekday, or feeding hundreds of families throughout the community each month, or helping people in crisis with rest and utility assistance. Crosslines does so many amazing things here in our Kansas City community. And gives yourselves a round of applause for being here tonight to support Crosslines. All right, now we've had some great sponsors that have made tonight possible. So one of the groups that we want to invite tonight is our marquee sponsor for tonight's event, NASB, North American Savings Bank, who's played a leading role for Crosslines for several years. Let's hear from our friends at NASB.
At NASB, one of our 4 core values is do the right thing. This philosophy not only applies in our business decisions, but also how we define our role in the community, and we take those responsibilities to heart. We believe that every person deserves to have a safe and stable place to call home, which is why we are so honored to partner again with Crosslines, especially as we continue to help those who still struggle from the hardships of the pandemic. As a bank and mortgage provider, we work with individuals and families every day who strive to achieve their dreams of financial independence and home ownership, a fundamental goal for most people. Crosslines helps people retain their dignity during difficult times by providing access to the basic needs that every person deserves: food, shelter, respect, and most of all, hope. Please join us in support of this great organization and the life-changing impact they are having in our Kansas City community, and the hope that they bring for the future.
Well, let's hear it one more time for our friends at NASB for making tonight an incredible success. Thank you. So the folks at NASB were able to raise $47,500, all of which is going towards Crosslines tonight. That's why they're our marquee sponsor. Let's hear it for them one more time. Thank you, NASB. We've got a number of other great sponsors that have been here with us this evening. We want to go ahead and take this opportunity to thank Knit Right, the Gene Dorsey Memorial Fund, Blue Cross and Blue Shield, Business Coaching Plus, Byron and Sandy Whitaker, Capital Federal, Kansas City State Company, Manos, Arvest Bank, Flaherty Lawn and Tree Service, J.E. Dunn Construction, Kansas Gas Service, Nebraska Furniture Mart, Fisher Law, and Spencer Fain. How about that for a run of sponsors? What a great group of folks. Thank you so much for your support here tonight. So, it's now my pleasure to turn it over to the executive director of Crosslines, our good friend, your good friend, Cecilia Jones.
Hey everybody, thanks so much for being here tonight. I'm Susila. I am privileged to be the executive director with Crosslines. I just honestly, it's so great to see so many familiar faces in person instead of on a screen. I know it's not the same as our usual gala, but it's pretty awesome to rock out the 80s, right? Like, this is pretty great. I mean, no other time are you going to get to see me crimped hair and dressed like this. So just, enjoy it. I want to say a big thank you, first off, obviously, to our sponsors, but also to our gala committee, who really helped put this on this year. They really were able to make the shift and gather some great auction items, and we couldn't do it without them. I also want to thank our team of volunteers who are not just here tonight, but those of us who are here throughout the year, making sure Crosslines is running and going strong. I want to thank our fantastic board of directors. They really help set the direction and help lead this organization to where we are today. And most importantly, I want to thank our fantastic staff. Our team at Crosslines is amazing. I am so honored to work with each and every one of them. They come in every day and just work to really make a difference in our community. And I can't say enough great things about our team. They are amazing. Yes, applause to all of you. Thank you. Very shortly, we're going to be watching Back to the Future. It is one of my all-time favorite movies. As much fun and nostalgia as that will bring, I want to spend a few minutes highlighting why we are here today and how you can give us hope for the future. It goes without saying that the past year and a half has been challenging for so many people. The pandemic continues to disproportionately impact Wyandotte County, and the increasing need for our services, it just increases every day. Unfortunately, the rate of hunger for children has ballooned from 23% to 32% throughout COVID. That means that 1 in 3 kids in Wyandotte County do not have consistent access to food. Although this statistic is staggering, it has energized the Crosslines team to increase and improve access to healthy, nutritious foods to those in our community. Many of you are familiar with our food pantry. It is one of our longest running services at Crosslines. Although we have provided foods to thousands of people throughout the year, we realize we could do better and should do better. I am excited to tell you about our new community market. In July, we repurposed our thrift store space into a market that has the look and a feel of a grocery store. The space is stocked with wide variety of fresh produce, milk, butter, eggs, as well as the traditional canned foods and shelf-stable items. We also carry toiletries and cleaning supplies. It looks and operates like a grocery store, but you don't need money to get food from our shelves. Each family is assigned a point value, and they get to shop our shelves and pick the items that they want for their families. This is an innovative and dignified approach to give access to food to people who need it the most. This was a big undertaking. It took a lot of hard work and dedication by our staff and our tremendous team of volunteers. It also took the trust and financial backing of our financial supporters like you. As you can imagine, the community has truly embraced the change. We are now serving almost twice as many people as we were earlier this summer. People are so surprised and excited to see the market. We are redefining how people access food in our community. We want everyone who walks through our doors at Crosslines to feel welcome and respected. No one should feel shame to have to ask for food. And we have a short video so that you can see the community market in action. I am so excited for you to see and experience the Crosslines Community Market. We're here to celebrate the opening of our new community market. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Susila Jones, the Executive Director with Crosslines. Through the pandemic, Crosslines had to do what everybody's done and had to shift consistently to really meet the need for people who are food insecure and did not know where their next meal was going to come from. From day one of the pandemic, we kept our doors open to make sure people were fed. And through this time, we realized we could really do a better job of getting people what they need and making sure they have access to healthy food. And we really did some digging and read some books and did a visit out to a great group out in Lawrence called Just Food. And we decided we could set up our old thrift store that we closed at the pandemic and reopen it as the community market. This is a place where people can come who need food, who can't afford to go to the grocery store or can't always afford to, and they can come in here and pick the foods that they need for themselves and their families. There's nothing worse than already not knowing how you're going to feed your family and have to go somewhere and ask for food and then get given a box of food that you can't eat or that kids don't like. We're making the healthy choice the easiest choice. So as you walk in, you will see that produce is the first thing out there. We get it from our great partner down the street, Liberty Fruit. Families can also get dairy. They can also get meat. The meat often comes from our neighbors down the street, Pickle Myers. So we're supporting local as we continue to make this effort go forward. But we couldn't do it without people like you, without our partner agencies, without our great crew of volunteers and our phenomenal staff. I just can't sing the praises of our team enough. This is what we vision what food access should look like. We feel like everyone should be treated with dignity and respect no matter what your needs are. And we want people to come in here and get food, get diapers, get cleaning supplies, and feel like they're treated like a customers. So we're changing our verbiage. We're trying to not use clients anymore, they're now shoppers. This isn't the pantry, this is the market. So we're just trying to shift the way that we do food service delivery. So thank you to everyone who's been part of this. Woo! Isn't the community market amazing? We would really love for you to come down and see it in person, so feel free to come down and see it. It really is an amazing space. But hunger is not the only issue we are actively working to address at Crosslines. Over the past year and a half, we have seen a significant increase in the number of people experiencing homelessness or on the verge of homelessness. Currently, there are very limited resources for housing and adequate supports throughout our community. The barriers that people face can often seem insurmountable. At Crosslines, we have seen gaps in services. Things as simple as a lost ID or as complex as trying to navigate a disability claim can be difficult to navigate even in the best of times. However, if you are living without a home, these are often impossible to navigate alone. At Crosslines, we take an intentional approach to help fill the gaps, to help people get over the barriers that they face. We do this by building relationships with people in our community, at our community kitchen, on the streets, or in a camp under a bridge. I am very, very proud of our housing stabilization team. They work together to help keep people in their homes and to connect those experiencing homelessness to permanent housing. I know that our team has literally have saved lives by helping get people off the streets into permanent housing. But we don't do this alone. I am so thankful for our numerous partners in the community that work together to find solutions. It is also because of people like you who are willing to take a stand with us and to say no one should live without safe and affordable housing. As proud as I am of our team, it is people living without housing that are doing the hardest work to survive. We are here to help people not just survive, but to thrive. Thank you for being here tonight to help us fill the gaps and to provide the need, help us provide what is needed to those experiencing homelessness. In the next video, you will see firsthand the work done by our homeless outreach team and our community partners. You will meet our amazing staff, our great community partners, and a fantastic person named Terry. And I'm so glad to say that Terry is here with us tonight. He's gonna get to see himself on this big screen, which is amazing. We are here, and really people like Terry are our true heroes. We're here to celebrate and honor him and people like him who have demonstrated strength and resiliency to make it through the toughest times. Here's Terry's story.
This is not my lifestyle. I'm not somebody who's been out here like 20 years or something like that, like some of these other people have been. And I don't see how they can do it. This is not easy. It's kind of hard for people who are homeless to get jobs. Unless they already have that job, then they go homeless for some reason. There's quite a few that I met that have jobs. They just can't, they don't make enough money to have a place to live.
He was in a tent behind a church, but obviously he doesn't have access to your basic needs. It was hard for him to shower, get the food.
Besides Eileen's place?
Not yet.
No. Did that last place we went to together, me, you, and Kenya, not?
The whole idea of outreach is to meet people where they're at, because people have realized through the years that the most vulnerable people don't always walk through our doors. So outreach was created to get in the field, get where the most vulnerable people are, and introduce them to our services.
You know, we hit our ultimate goal.
I don't see other organizations really doing that. But the Crosslines does that, which is a good thing. That shows them, hey, we actually care. We're going to come out and check on you. You don't have to come to us, we're going to come to you. And not too many groups or organizations actually do that. They put more emphasis on the person. They're actually willing to help and they don't see that person as a number, they see that person as a person.
Our partnership with Crosslines is kind of a shared mission per se that the police department has with them. Makes this work because we get the calls from the public. Homeless person such and such sleeping on a bench, homeless person or whatever, you know, or they see somebody, or they might see a tent back in the woods, and so they call the police. We have the database that we can pull that information from, and then we go out and we follow up on those things. And so that's how we found the second place for Terry Behind the Church. In the late 90s, early 2000s, when we came on, there was nothing for anybody who was unhoused. And on those cold, bitter nights, I remember sitting in my police car watching a homeless person who was sleeping in a doorway of a business, and they sat there and looked at me, and I kind of looked up at them, and they took a rock and they broke the window. And I said, "Why did you do that?" When I confronted them, and they said, "Because I'm cold. I want to go to jail so I can get warm and have some food." And that impacted me then, and it still impacts me now.
The next step was then to get him enrolled into our rapid rehousing program. That's when we started looking at housing options for him. I brought him to our community market, and he was able to get toiletries and food for his new place. And then I brought him to the Crosslines clothing closet. He was able to get clothing.
The thing about a job is you have to have good hygiene. They want to see somewhere where you have a place to live. A lot of times they sit there and say, "You're out on the street? How can we hire you when you don't have a mailing address? How can we do anything for you when you're out in the street?"
Then we were able to schedule a furniture appointment to pick up furniture at Flourish Furnishings. He was able to pick out what he needed from that, and then I was able to help him unload the truck into his unit. That's what I like about this job, that I'm able to see like someone moving up, and so it's very like emotional, and to see their smile on their face, it's what keeps me going, what motivates me to come to work every day.
Housing is everything. Housing is healthcare. Housing is recovery from mental health or substance use crises. Housing is everything, and so every time someone finds permanent housing, we celebrate with them.
It just feels really good knowing someone I worked with a long time finally has a place to be and call their own. Terry is someone that has so much potential, so I'm so excited to see what having that roof will lead for him, because you know, he has a long work history and he's a really good guy. It was just the homelessness that he was having troubles finding a job and things like that, and I really think once he has that stable roof that his life's going to change drastically.
I'm happy for him. More than anything else, I'm just ecstatic because I know that he wanted something. He wanted something different, and so for him to get where he needs to be and wants to be, and the potential for him to go further is great.
Crosslines actually stepped in and they actually did something. So as far as I'm concerned, they're the best organization around here in KCK, as far as I'm concerned, because they do a lot and they deserve credit. I feel fortunate I'm in here now. I felt blessed. I'm kind of in awe for this, complete awe.
Let's give it up for Terry, everyone. Good evening. My name is Trisha Brower, and I am so excited and honored to be your auctioneer for this evening. In the video, we saw just how Crosslines was able to support one person over the last year, but they were able to support so many others because of you. This is truly the reason why we are here tonight, to give people hope and transform lives just like Terry's. Now, I invite you to give a donation to help Crosslines change the lives of those like Terry. The agency cannot continue to do their life-saving work without your support. Now, I'm going to talk about the different levels of giving that you can give at tonight, and I invite you and your family to give at a level that is meaningful to you all. Now, as we go through the levels, I'm going to talk about what your donations can do, and I'm also going to pause along the way and recognize some of our donors. Now, when we are in the gala together, this is always my favorite time of the night because, folks, you are one of the most generous crowds, and it's so exciting to see those bid cards fly up in the air. So tonight we're just going to do it a little bit differently. Grab your phone and you can donate through that. We're going to throw up a thermometer and show you the money that we're raising. Now tonight, our first level at which you can give is at our $10,000 level. Now, folks, I know it is a big ask, but Crosslines has big goals. Now, a gift of $10,000, that could allow Crosslines to rehouse 3 chronically homeless households and get them to a path of being self-sufficient within a year. Now, is there anyone out there who is willing to donate at our $10,000 level? And if you are, I invite you to click the button at this time. Now, folks, right before we came on camera, I received my favorite type of news, and that news is when we have donors who come in. We have a $10,000 donor tonight. Can we get a round of applause? Honk your horns, woo! Now, folks, they did ask to remain anonymous, and so thank you to that donor who came in tonight. Now, another level at which you can give is at the $5,000 level. And folks, $5,000 will help rehouse 2 homeless individuals like Terry who are living on the streets. This will enable Crosslines to get people in need of a new start and assist them with getting back on their feet. It will help Crosslines provide life-saving outreach to individuals falling through the cracks just like Terry. It will allow people like Terry to get the case management resources and other support to help them become stabilized. Now, folks, if you're able to donate at that $5,000 level, would you kindly click on the button at this time? Now, folks, I'm seeing some donations come in. Get ready to clap and cheer because I would like to give a huge shout out to Paula and Jack Rao. Woohoo! Thank you very much. Coming in at $5,000. Yes, Debbie and Rich Agar, thank you so much for coming in at $5,000. Jack and Janet Podol, thank you so much for coming in at $5,000. Yes, hoop and holler, clap, honk your horn. Give it up. Woo, there we go. I love it. Woo, I saw lights flashing. I heard horn honking. All of it is. Now, folks, this is how we create change in our community. Now, another level at which you can give is at the $2,500 level. And $2,500 will support a family that is at intimate risk of being evicted so they can remain in their stable housing and don't become homeless. That's one of the great initiatives of Crosslines, is preventing homelessness as well. And so if there's anyone out there who's able to donate that $2,500 level, would you kindly click on that button? Let's see those donations come in. Folks, I want to give a shout out to Jane and Jeffrey Ackley. Woo, woo! Give it up for them coming in at $2,500. Yes, this is awesome, folks. I'm seeing lots of donations coming in. I am loving this. This is absolutely amazing. Now, again, grab your device. Let's click on those bids. Let's talk about what else we can do with your donations here tonight. Now, another level that you can give at is at the $1,000 level. And $1,000, folks, listen to this, what your $1,000 can do. It will provide 400 warm, nutritious meals from our community kitchen for an individual who is struggling and families who don't have enough food to nourish their bodies. Now, folks, if you're able to donate at that $1,000 level, let's see those donations coming in. Danae Flattery, thank you so much for your $1,000 donation as well. Folks, we're seeing lots and lots of donations coming in. Thank you so much to everyone who's giving so far. This is what I love. This is what I love seeing happen. Now, let's talk about what $500 can do. $500 will help keep the gas and electricity on for a struggling family who's facing a disconnected or an unexpected emergency like a car breakdown. Now, folks, if you're able to donate at $500, go ahead and click that button at this time. And why those donations are coming in, let me tell you about $250 as well. $250 will provide nutritious groceries for 5 families, 4 in the community market. I don't know about you, but I loved that community market video to see the work that they've been doing. That was absolutely so amazing to see. That was so cool. The market is providing food to struggling families and anyone who appreciates dignified choices here at Crosslines. So again, folks, that's what $250 can do. Let me take a pause here and let me give a few shout outs. Now, folks, people have been given at all sorts of levels, so I'm just gonna give some random shout outs here to some folks right now. Colby Stab, thank you so much. Mary and Sam Kriegel, we thank you. Yes, there they are, give it up, whoop, whoop. DJ and Megan Pierre, thank you so much as well. We appreciate your donations coming in. Yes. Folks, cheer on your neighbors. Can you believe this? We've already raised over $35,000. We've already raised over $35,000. Now, one more level that I want to mention here tonight is our $100 level. And $100, what that will do is it will provide a welcome home basket. How cool is that? It will help for that person being rehoused by Crosslines. It'll include staples like sheets, towels, pans, dishes, other essential needs. So how much fun would it be to be able to supply that basket to someone? So again, if you could just imagine the smile of what your gift would mean to somebody, go ahead and hit that donation button right now for me. Folks, let's hear some cheering. Let's hear some horn honking. Let me give some shout outs to some folks because you folks are truly the folks that are making it happen. Folks, we've had some anonymous donors. Brianne Crawford, thank you so much. Marilyn Bittner, thank you. David and Karen Pack, we thank you. Vincent Pastella, thank you. Fred Crouch, Ted and Tandy Gabbert, thank you. If I mispronounce your names, I apologize on that. Reading them on the fly here. So folks, again, thank you, thank you, thank you. Can we get a final whoop whoop, some cheering, some horn honking for everybody? We just what? Okay. We just got another 10,000 anonymous donor. I just got goosebumps from that. Folks, that takes our total. Yes, that deserves, everybody should be honking their horn for that one. Whoop, whoop, whoop! Whoop, whoop! I love it. Oh my gosh. That takes us over $45,500 raised here tonight because of you good folks who are joining us out there. Can you give yourselves, again, another huge round of applause? Because without you, we could not be doing it. Woo, 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 woo! Okay, now, are you ready for the good news? Okay, here's the good news. Your ability to give will remain open through the weekend. So folks, you have plenty of time to get some donations in there. Here's another great piece of news. You can share that link with any of your friends and family. Tell them what Crosslines means to you. Tell them why you support Crosslines. Send them the link and ask them to make a donation because folks, people love helping other people. So give them the opportunity to help support Crosslines as well. Folks, once again, thank you so much. Now, I'm going to invite Eric back up because we're done with our funded need portion of the night, but we have some amazing auction items that we want to tell you about. So Eric, pop back up here real quick.
Trish, that was an amazing.
Wasn't that pretty cool?
Amazing funded. Amazing funded need. That was great.
I can only stand in one spot.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
Confused with
Sorry
that.
about that.
We know why this happens. We just don't know what to do about it.
Yeah, except not move.
That's right.
There we go.
We're gonna say just you know what? A social distance, if you will.
Social distance, if you will.
That's right.
Yeah, we did it before it was cool.
That's exactly. You know, here's what I'm concerned.
Yeah.
I'm concerned about people think like we made the money, now it's done.
No.
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 No,
it's going.
not. That's right.
It's going.
We're still going.
We're still going.
What are we gonna do?
All right, we're gonna talk about some auction items.
Let's do it.
Okay, so you know that I'm an auctioneer. Do you want to learn how to become an auctioneer?
I mean, That's what I said.
Should he learn how to become an auctioneer, everybody?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
It's
All
a
right.
lifelong dream.
It's a lifelong dream.
'Kay.
Okay, so
'Kay.
here's how you do it. Now repeat after me. Ready?
Ready.
I bid $1.
I bid $1.
Now 2.
Now 2.
Would you bid 2?
I'd bid 2.
I bid $1.
Wait, hold on. Now
No, you
I got me bidding. I'm supposed to just repeat.
Yeah, that's how you do it. I bid $1.
I bid $1.
Now 2.
Now 2.
Would you bid 2?
Would you bid 2?
I bid $1.
I'd bid $1.
Now 2.
Now 2.
Would you bid 2?
Would you bid 2?
There you go. So like in a week, if you keep doing that, you'll sound like this. All right, bid 101, nobody 11, nobody 102, nobody 239, nobody 405, nobody 55, nobody 5, 405, 500 now sold. So like in 2 or 3 days. You think you can do that?
Yeah, you just go, I get a 1, I get 2.
Give it up for Eric, who is a killer auctioneer. That's awesome. Okay, let's tell them about the items, though.
Let's do the items.
Okay,
Here we go.
so folks, as you know, we can't see you out there with your bid cards, so we're just going to do the next best thing, and that is going to be you're going to use your mobile devices. So let's talk about what some of these auction items are. So the first one is a gourmet meal with wine for up to 8 folks. You will get to enjoy a luxurious private 4-course. Can you believe that, Eric? 4 courses.
Not 3.
Not 3.
4.
4-course gourmet dinner prepared for you by Chef Shanita McAfee Bryant. Chef Shanita is the founder and executive director of the Prospect Urban Eatery. With more than 20 years of experience in the kitchen, Chef Shanita is ready for you to have this unforgettable 4-course meal with up to 7 guests, so you and 7 friends. And get this,
Yeah.
it comes with 8 bottles of wine.
Strong.
8, that's a bottle for everybody.
Or
Or,
you could save a couple.
well, why would you do that?
kidding.
No,
You would
no,
save
just
a couple.
kidding. You're not
All
going
right.
to do that.
Sounds like a great dinner.
It does. All right, so the bidding on that, last time I checked it, it was at over $2,000 for Crosslines.
Absolutely.
So folks, go bid because you have until 9 o'clock to get those bids. So let's tell them about the next one.
That is the next one, and I love it. That dinner sounds great, though.
It does. So why don't you tell them about this one?
All right, who's been to Beer Station? I've been down there.
Yeah.
They're in South Kansas City, Waldo area, right down there. Great little spot. There's no party like a hump day party, because a hump day party don't stop, right?
Hump day doesn't stop.
Hump day party at Beer Station, unlimited appetizers. That means all the appetizers, craft beer, and cocktails for 18 guests. 18. I don't even know if I have 18 friends.
I don't know if I have 18 friends either. And just think about this, Eric. We've missed out on a lot of stuff. So you might have a birthday, anniversary, client appreciation, customer appreciation.
Yeah.
Or maybe you just want to get together with some folks that you haven't seen in a while.
Or maybe you haven't seen some live music.
Yeah.
Right?
There you go.
And check this out. Acoustic musician Matt Schoaf is also going to play for your party of 18 at the Beer Station.
So
That's a
food,
big deal.
Food,
Yep.
music,
Yep.
booze,
Right.
friends,
Right.
family,
Done.
all the good things.
Beer Station. Sign it up.
That bid is right at $550 right now. So again,
That's it?
That's it. Go out there
Come
and
on, let's
raise
go.
some money for Crosslines. Now let me tell you about the next one. So this next live auction item is one of my favorites. And folks, whenever we've been in the ballroom, it's been one of your favorites as well. Get this. You will get to stock your bar with 30 bottles of top shelf liquor, including Grey Goose vodka, Suntory Japanese whiskey, Barrel Rye 03 batch, Johnny Walker Double Black, Glitich 14, and so much more. Eric, what do you think about this package?
Well, that's a big old barrel of booze is what that is right there.
Yes.
I'm familiar with last year's winner.
Oh, you are?
I am, and I'm happy to say that he's still working through it.
Really?
But he's still here today.
Well, that's good to know. Now, the
agree
bidding
more.
on that one is at $1,050. So again, folks, we're raising money for Crosslines here. So go get on that bid app and let's make some money. Now, let's talk about the next one. Following the barrel of booze, we're going to talk about some whiskey. Now, are you a whiskey person, Eric?
I am, but you know what? We're not even talking about whiskey. We're talking about bourbon.
Oh, bourbon. My bad. Oh, my
Which,
gosh.
you
I
know,
apologize,
it's
everyone.
it's a subtle change to the palate.
Yeah.
But it is a change.
It's an important one.
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely.
As my husband has told me many of times. Now, folks, let's talk about what this is. This is 5 award-winning Weller bourbons from Buffalo Trace Distillery in Frankfort, Connecticut. This is for the true bourbon lover. Now, Eric, have you ever tried to buy any of these?
Yeah, and you know what?
It's impossible.
Good luck.
It's impossible to buy one, let alone to get all 5. To get this in one place is absolutely almost impossible to do. And folks, even now, it's harder now in 21 than it ever has been because there's distribution issues and, all sorts of things.
Supply chain.
Supply chain issues. I've heard from a lot of folks that it's even harder. So again, you're going to want to go bid on this item, help us raise some money here tonight. Don't you think this should bring like $1 million?
Well, it's got the green and the blue and the red and the white. Yeah, I mean, this is there. Yeah, good luck finding all of these in one place right now.
Absolutely.
If you're a Weller drinker, you're welcome that we're even doing this for you tonight.
yeah.
I think is the easiest way to say it.
Yeah, guess what the bid's at right now on this?
Not enough.
Well, that's probably true. But folks, the next bid that you need to make is $1,750.
All right, that sounds pretty close.
It is pretty close. And so folks, go help us raise some money.
I feel like 2,000 would put you in a decent position. right now.
Probably, yeah. So
Okay.
go help us raise some money.
Got it.
Now, let's talk about the next one.
Okay.
Are you a KU fan?
Trish,
Yeah.
you know I'm a KU fan.
I know you're a KU fan.
You know I'm a KU
Whoop, whoop, rock chalk, right?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Why don't you tell them about this one?
Well, absolutely, because for every single home game, you can find me courtside Allen Fieldhouse as your public address announcer, which is one of the most fun things that I get to do with my life. So, if you love college basketball like I love college basketball, you know a trip to Allen Fieldhouse is nothing short of a pilgrimage to the Mecca of college basketball. You can get 4 mid-court seats with seat backs. Big deal.
Big
Seat
deal.
You know what's actually an even bigger deal than the seat backs? It's the side armrests.
Yes.
That way you don't have to like squeeze in
Right.
next to everybody else.
And
on
that
all
you're
the-
just like constantly like
to your seat.
doing the
To
little
your seat.
shuffle.
Playing.
Okay.
You ready for this?
Who are they playing?
The reigning national champions. As much as I hate to
That
say
hurts,
it,
doesn't it?
the reigning national champion Baylor Bears on February 5th, 2022. Section 106, seats 3 through 6, row 15. These are great seats. What are we up to right now?
You are up to $2,079.
2079?
Yep, 2079.
I feel like we could do more here.
I feel like we can totally do more.
I feel like we could do more here. I wonder, Trish.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's somebody on the fence with this one thinking this
What are you gonna do?
This is just me going. I'm going to get these seats and go to the game for $2,079, right?
Right.
It's okay, right? But what if I sweeten the pot a little bit here?
Oh, Eric, I love it when this happens.
What if you came down courtside with me before the game for the Rock Chalk chant, watch the team run out of the tunnel, I'll get you a picture on the floor, and then you can head up to your seats for the national anthem and to
Okay,
start the
can
game.
we
What
give
do you think?
Eric a round of applause for that amazing offer?
But here's the deal. I'm not going to do it for $2,079. There's
Nope.
no way.
Nope.
We're going to need to see that thing skyrocket.
We're gonna need to see it. Okay, we just got another $100.
That's close.
Okay, keep it going, folks. Keep it going. So we're up to over 2,100.
All right.
I'm checking it. Let me check it one more time before we move on. All right.
It's going to go up. I think we're going to see 3,000 on that one before the night's over.
I think you will too.
Okay.
Okay.
That's what we're going to do then.
That was really generous of you.
Hey, no problem.
Thanks
It's
for
a great
doing
place.
that.
It's a fun place to come watch a basketball game. I get to do it
It's the
every year.
only place to come watch a basketball game.
There's others, but that's the best.
That's the best.
All right, what else do we got?
Okay, so I'm going to tell you about the next one because this one is one that I absolutely love. So, Eric, I'm going to tell you about the vacation, but before I tell you about it, I've been on this trip 3 times. I just booked another one last Thursday to go January 25th to February 2nd.
Oh, it's so cold here.
Yeah, I know. I know.
That's a great idea.
It's the best. And my birthday's that week.
Hey,
yeah, I
happy
know.
birthday.
So here's what we got going on. So here's how this works. Now, folks, this is not an auction item. This is a buy it now item. So anybody who wants to go on this a fabulous vacation totally can. So here's how this works. You get to choose where you go between 4 properties in Mexico. You get to choose if you want to go to Cabo, Nuevo Vallarta, which I've been to. It's amazing. Acapulco, which I've been to. Amazing. Or the Riviera Maya in Cancun, which is the one I'm going to in January. So I'll tell you about it next year when we do this, right? So folks, here's how it works. It is for 2 adults and 2 children 12 years or under. It is accommodations only, and while it is not all inclusive, folks, everything that you need to enjoy your vacation is on the properties. The ones that we've been to have 20 to 30 restaurants and bars. It is incredibly affordable while you are there. And then you don't feel like you can't venture off the property because it's all inclusive. And you're like, well, I don't want to go spend money somewhere else. You can go do whatever you want.
It's always the hardest decision.
It is, and you don't have to worry about that. The food quality is amazing. The beverages are cold and plentiful.
And 4 different locations?
4 locations. And here's the other thing. You have 12 months to book.
Okay.
18 months to take it. So you don't even have to know tonight where you want to go. You just want to say, I want to go to Mexico. I want to help Crosslines. Click buy it now. And then you've got a year to figure it out. Now, I will say this because a common question I get is, what if some more stuff happens? What if,
I know.
all the things, right?
Right.
You can, before your 12 months is up, extend it another 12 months for a $99 insurance policy.
That's great.
But you don't even have to buy it at the beginning.
Perfect.
You don't have to buy it until you need it.
They thought all the way through
They
this for
thought
you.
all the way through this. So, folks, I cannot tell you, these properties are luxurious. I love them. You will not regret it. So if you want to get out of here and help Crosslines, go click buy it now. What do you think?
Do it. Mexico.
Mexico, let's go. All right, let's tell them about the next one.
All right. God, this guy.
This guy.
Unbelievable.
Isn't
now,
he, though?
I haven't checked to see if he has broken the Royals home run record tonight yet.
Anybody
But
know?
he is sitting on, he tied it last night. He's got
Okay,
4
tied
games
it.
to break it.
Okay.
This guy should absolutely be on the MVP ballot. No question about it.
Oh,
leading
sure.
the league in home runs, leading
Yep.
the league in RBIs.
Yep.
I mean, it's just unbelievable, right? Salvador Perez loves Kansas City, and Salvador Perez loves Crosslines, okay? He has made a signed, authenticated game bat that he used himself to beat the Twins on September 8th earlier this year.
Yeah, just a few weeks ago.
Yeah, it's like you can like still smell the pine, like it still has fresh pine tar practically.
How cool is that? Now,
Okay.
again,
Oh.
such a great.
So cool. Now, this bat is autographed, right? But
Yep.
guess what?
What?
Maybe the bat needs a partner, needs a little friend,
Well, I mean, what goes with a bat?
a ball.
That makes sense.
An autographed Salvador Perez authenticated ball by Salvi himself. It's a combo package.
Okay.
It's coming your way. This guy is an absolute first ballot Hall of Famer, in my opinion. He is going to be in the Hall of Fame with the Royals, no question about
Yes.
it. And over the course of tonight, in the next 3 days, there's a real chance that he's your new home run record holder.
I think so.
For the club.
And you're going to want to get on those biddings. Once he breaks it, this merchandise is going to go up in value.
Oh, big time.
So we're sitting at $900 right now. So again, folks, you have until 9 o'clock, just 43 more minutes to get those final bids in. So,
Okay, that's a bargain.
all right, so we've talked about the Royals.
Yep.
We've talked about KU.
Yeah.
Who else do we got to cover?
I mean, there's a lot. Like,
Well, what's our next one?
let's find out.
Chiefs.
That's
Okay.
right.
So, folks, you know what? I got a good feeling things have been they got started a little rough. That's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
Because we got the rest of the season. Now, here's what you're going to get to do. You will get to win 4 prime section tickets. Get this, section 101 on the 50-yard line.
The middle.
The middle.
The middle.
Like the middle.
Okay.
Monday Night Football against the New York Giants on November 1st. Folks, the tickets for these online are just absolutely bonkers. Now, I don't know if you know this, but Patrick called me today.
Did he?
He did, and he said, Trish, you know, the more they spend, the more likely I am to guarantee that I'm going to deliver a victory.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to share that with you, good folks, that, you know, the more we raise, just the more likely it's going to be that Patrick's just going to throw like 10 touchdowns.
That's so funny that he called you because
know.
he just texts me. Like we don't talk.
Oh,
we just text.
but I think that's cooler.
Yeah, I mean it's it's just kind of whenever he has time, just like check in.
Does he have like emojis?
Sometimes,
Sometimes,
just
that's so
depends. But he
cool.
told me too. He's probably gonna go underhanded for a touchdown pass on this.
Well, I
one.
think he should.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what he said.
Well, this has been really fun telling our good folks at home or in the audience, I apologize, that's from last year, good folks out in the audience about our amazing auction items. Let me give you some good news. Now, we're done with those are all the live auction items that we're going to talk about, but we have so many more out there.
So many more.
And they're all going to be open for you for your bidding until 9 o'clock tonight. And
Yes.
again, the Fund a Need donation link will be open through the weekend. So let me give you some good news. You ready?
I'm ready for the good news.
All right, listen to this, folks. The funded need is at $46,350.
Hey, let's hear it. All right.
And because of your gracious offer, we're right at about 2,300 for those KU tickets.
We're getting closer on the KU
So we're
tickets.
getting closer on those KU tickets. So folks, I know, Eric, I want to say thank you to everybody for having me be here tonight to help us raise funds. Eric, I know that you've got a few messages before we go this evening.
Trish, first and foremost, I need to apologize. So you look fabulous tonight in your 80s gear. I said I'd do it, and then I totally chickened out.
It's all good.
I know.
Yeah.
I totally chickened out.
You can
but
make it up next year.
I appreciate that.
Okay.
You look great. Congratulations on all the success you've had with your company and being able to get back out here and do these events.
Thanks.
It is great to have you
Thank
here
you.
with us tonight. And
It's
absolutely.
great to be with you.
Well, we'll do it again next year.
Yeah, we will.
Let's hear it for our friend Trish. Congratulations, Trish.
Thank you.
All right. Now, we're going to go and wind this thing down because I know that everybody came out here to see Back to the Future. I'm excited to see it. We're going to get the DeLorean powered down. We're going to get the flux capacitor powered down and be ready. But like Trish said, those donations can still come in. Don't stop yet, okay? We saw the thermometer. It's not all the way to the top yet. It has to be before we can call this a success. We need your continued support. You heard Terry's story. You know the Crosslines market. You know what this organization does for Kansas City, Kansas, and our greater Kansas City community. Please continue to help Crosslines, and please continue to help us in our mission to make this a better world here in Kansas City. And thank you so much for your support. Thanks, everyone, for coming out tonight. We're going to power it down here. Movie starts in 10 minutes. Good night, Crosslines.
Night. That was awesome.